Peace, love. It is Mary Garcia with Akasha Divination, and it is Thursday around 1:06, and I am just putting some pieces together right now. I hope everybody is having a divine and blissful day thus far, and is tapping into their energy and their powers and all of creation and their vibration, and are conscious of the words that are being spoken, the vibrations that come your way, the beings that come your way to give you a message, to show you what you don't want to be, who you want to be, just being aware. I hope everybody's being aware and living life by design and not by default. So today I did this video, or doing this video, because I wanted to introduce the art of seduction. I think it's important that as women, the feminine energy, we learn to be seductive, and, or should I say, tapping into the seductiveness of ourselves. We already have this energy within us, and it's a part of our DNA. And I think there's many times that we have lost or chose to suppress the seductive side of us. And it could be for many reasons. One, we could have given it up because of relationships. Those who may not have appreciated the seductive side of us, or it could be from past issues as a child, relationships, family, whatever the case may be. There's a reason why the seductive and the sensual side of us have been suppressed. And as I mentioned earlier, it truly is a part of our DNA. And seductive, being seductive, and the word seductive, I think, has really taken on a form by those beings that are not willing to tap in and don't want to tap in. They've kind of pushed this energy out there that seduction is a negative thing. Even when you look up the word seduction in the dictionary, you'll look at it as, or it'll read something as leading astray or whatever it is. That is not seduction. That is far beyond what seduction is. Now, everybody has their ways of how they want to use energy. Like I said, everybody has their choice in their journey. I'm not here to change anybody. And what I am here to do is give you the tools to start tapping into that sensual and seductive side of yourself. Now, seduction could be formed in many ways. You could use seduction for a mate. You can use seduction for yourself. You can use seduction in your job. You use seduction in the clothes that you wear. You use seduction in your appearance. You use seduction in your words. You use seduction in the way you present yourself. You use seduction in the way that you eat. You use seduction in the way that you pick your food. Seduction is everything. And it exists in everything. So, for me, I'm very sensual. I'm a very sensual being, and I'm very tapped into that part of me that is just feminine and divine and sensual and erotic, and I love being there. I love being there. I love embracing it every day, from my home to the oils that I wear, to the clothes that I put on, to what I wear to bed, when I take a shower, when I eat. Everything to me, and I'm starting to tap into it even deeper and deeper now, everything to me is done in a seductive way. And it's amazing at the transformation that comes within your being, within your space, within your inner space, that comes with just being able to embrace that feminine side of yourself, that seductive and sensual side of yourself. There's just been so many things that we get, tied down by, with the children and the job and the spouses and, the many hats that we have to wear, that at times we may lose interest in that energy that we have and that we're able to obtain anytime we want it. So I have really been paying attention, as I mentioned in another video, with the masculine energy that I come in contact with. And, through those services whether it be a Reiki service, whether it be massage service, whether it be a Tantra service, whatever service I give, a lot of the conversations are about what the men are looking for, truly looking for. Now, we must be responsible, both the masculine and feminine energy, that there are moments that we will definitely look for something in the meantime. Look for that person for the meantime until that person that you can become intertwined with shows up. We've all been guilty for that. We all search for it. We all been guilty for it, you know. But my advice, or especially for the feminine energy, and you know, you can either take it or you can leave it. But my advice to you is to hold on to that energy. Hold on to that energy of sensuality. Hold on to your orgasms for as long as you can. Within that energy, instead of trying to find it or trying to fulfill it through somebody that you may have just met, through somebody that exterior, you know, looks good exteriorly, or whatever the case is, you know, don't lose that. Don't give it up freely. If you can hold on to it and start using that creation for tapping into your own sensuality and sexuality, and using that to create your own journey, to create your life, to create things that you want to manifest, start tapping into who you are, to spend the time with healing yourself, you know, instead of jumping from relationship to relationship to relationship. Take the time to truly heal yourself and tap in. Part of this class, the Art of Seduction, is not just about seducing someone else. This is about seducing yourself. This is what this class is about. So I don't want you guys to get the wrong impression of what it is that I'm presenting. This class has nothing to do with, and it will be a mix of certain things, but the whole point of me doing this class is to get the feminine energy to seduce herself. That's really what it's about, because once you start seducing yourself, you become a pro in seducing anything that's out there. Anything that you want, you can seduce. So, you know, it's really a matter of taking the time for yourself. You know, be sensual with yourself. You know, pose for yourself. Allow your body to move and generate this energy that is just orgasmic. You know, I really think that we don't take the time for ourselves anymore, and it's a shame. You know, and you want to be the one that gives people that fulfillment that they've been looking for. You want to be that one that people can come to where they're like, yes, this is a feeling that I don't get on a day-to-day basis, or this is the energy that I don't get to see on a day-to-day basis. You know, and a lot of times we just freely give of ourselves. Be mysterious. Be mysterious. Don't give all of yourself. Don't give all of yourself. It's important. You want people to keep coming back. Be mysterious in who it is that you are. You know, and so this class by Akasha Divination, which is me, is, you know, the Art of Seduction. And like I said, it's the art of seduction of yourself and tapping into that feminine energy. It's not just about tapping into the feminine energy, being creative, this and that. All that's great, and we're going to tap into stuff like that too. I want us to, part of what the Art of Seduction is going to incorporate is going to be, let your words be poetry. Let your walk be your dance. Let your thoughts be your poems. You know, I think sometimes we just rush and we do things, and, you know, we really don't take the time to really put that divine energy in everything that we do. You know, when you eat, just imagine the food sending love down to your body and within your body, and feeding, you know, your cells, you know, and feeding and rejuvenating that blood that pumps your heart. When you take a bath, you know, put the essential oils in your bath. You know, and when you go in there, don't just dive in and, you know, just plop yourself down. Just go in there gracefully and let the water just emerge over you and just see it, just cleansing you. You know, when you go to bed, don't just jump on your bed and put your blankets over you. When you get into your bed, be gentle with yourself. You know, for me, I have a canopy bed, and I have the, You know, the fabric that actually comes down. You know, it's important. When you're in your home, look at your home for a minute and see what it reflects. What energy is your home reflecting right now? Is it reflecting that feminine aspect of you? When you come home, you should be able to jump into, especially if you kind of use that masculine energy out in the workplace. You know, you want to be able to come home and tap right back into that feminine energy and to use that. And so, you know, for me, my home is a very sensual home. At night, I light my candles. You know, I have, like now, I have Sade playing during the day. You know, I'll dance with myself throughout the day. You know, I have my incense that just bring on this feeling of making me erotic and wet. And, you know, it's all about me. It's all about me, because if I can be sensual and confident and erotic and all of this within myself, I know I'm going to be able to give that to my partner, and he's going to be able to appreciate that. And so, you know, it's important. You know, it's really important. When you go to sleep, what are you wearing? Are you wearing pajamas that have bunnies on them? I mean, are you wearing slippers that, you know, are just like fuzzy slippers? Like, what are you wearing when you go to bed? You know, are you wearing nice lingerie? Even if it is you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, 24/7, indulge yourself. Indulge yourself in that seductive state. You know, and just when you walk, how is it that you walk? When you walk outside of your house, or when you're in your house, when you walk in a place, do you walk with your head down and you just kind of drag yourself? Or do you stand up straight and walk with grace, with your head up? Do you connect your eyes with people that you see? Everything is a seductive move. When you drink, how do you drink your wine? Do you hold it like this? Do you hold it? You know, everything represents, body language and gestures are very important. You know, and know that people are always paying attention. They'll see you and be like, this energy that she is putting off is static. And it puts them in a state to want to change and to want to be a part of that vibration. You know, so I do hope that you guys will be a part of the Art of Seduction. You know, I know that, you know, a lot of you are not in, at least for the Facebook connections, a lot of you are not in Atlanta, but I'm definitely going to start doing a class in the Atlanta area. And a lot of it's going to go, you know, going to be dance, you know, aphrodisiac foods. We're going to start getting into the way that we walk, how our energy is, where the vibration is within us. You know, we're going to start doing naked body paints and embracing each other, you know, really tapping in. And so I'm anxious, and I'm definitely excited that I have been led to be able to do this, because not only is it going to assist women in their relationships with others and within themselves, it's going to assist me in my relationships and the ascension within my seduction. And like I said, it's home for me. That's where I love to be. And, you know, even just doing this video right now, thinking about it, kind of puts me in a state, because I just see the beauty that just transfers from it, and what can transform, you know, the feminine energy. You know, it's not a beautiful thing to see a woman angry all the time, or to play that victimized role in her life, or to constantly be yelling, or, you know, accusing, or being jealous, or, you know, I've been guilty of those things. And I have to sit back, and I'm just like, I look back at my relationships, and I'm like, okay, you know, you have to start correcting yourself. You know, the men that you attract in your life, my love, the men that you attract in your life are nothing but a mirror of what it is that you're experiencing. As much as we may want to reject that, it's the truth. It's the truth. They're your mirror. And, you know, it's important that you stop and embrace that relationship for the moment and realize, you know, pay attention. It's okay if he's not into the crystal work. It's okay if he's not into meditation. It's okay if he's not into those. What you really need to be paying attention about is how he treats other people. How he treats other people, the words that come from his mouth, his body language, the things that he tells you, you know, because you're really speaking to yourself through him. And so, you know, and it's a beautiful thing. Don't look at that as being the so-called negative thing. You know, it's a beautiful thing. Every relationship that you come in contact with is an opportunity for you to grow and to ascend and to become even more divine and more beautiful, and to be able to tap in, you know. So before you kick into the curb, which I'm big on, before you kick him to the curb, you got to realize that as you're kicking him out that door, you're kicking yourself away from seeing who you truly are, and you're kicking yourself away from the growth that you'd be able to expand to. Don't leave a situation earlier than needed. Men, this goes for you as well, my love. Don't leave a relationship earlier than needed. Know that everything is a reflection of the energy that you're putting out there. Know yourself on a deeper level, and it's important that in relationships that we cater to what it is that's hurting that individual, cater to what it is that they may be experiencing, because part of that is you. You're not only are you catering to them, but you're catering to yourself. I think this is the one thing that we miss at times, that in relationships we think that we are a separate unit when we're really combined as one. And so when you cater to this individual more and you become more authentic with this individual, you get to express the things that you may be going through, or healing what they may be going through. You heal yourself in the process, and you heal them. And the beauty in it is not to be selfish with the healing element, because even though they may be in your life for only a season reason, just know that in that next relationship, they're going to be looking for something even greater. Why? Because you instilled that in them. They seen the energy. They felt the energy that you put out. They felt the love and the care that you gave. So they're not going to be looking for the little average Joe anymore in that relationship. They're going to want something better and greater. And that's how the domino effect works. So don't be selfish with your love. Don't be selfish with your healing elements. Don't be selfish with what it is that you have to offer. Be open. And I've been learning this every single day with myself. Spirit's been guiding me into this. Every relationship I come in contact with is a reflection of me. So I embrace that, and like I said, you never want to leave a relationship earlier than needed just because you may get mad one day or frustrated one day. It's going to happen in relationships, and the funny thing about life is, if you kick something out of the door earlier than when it wants to leave, you're going to repeat that same lesson again over and over and over again, maybe in a different form, in a different body, but the lesson is always going to be there. And sometimes the lesson may be a little bit more intense than what it originally was because you rejected it. You didn't want to deal with it, so now it's been piling up. And so the next being may be something even more than what you expected. So, it's important that we pay attention to these things. Like I said, live with purpose. Live by design. Don't live by default, because you're constantly going to be putting yourself in situations that aren't needed because you didn't want to see it when it was right there blatantly in front of your eyes. So all this is going to be a part of, the gathering that I'm going to hold for these beautiful feminine beings. And, I just highly suggest that the things that you do it all with grace. Even if you do go through a separation, leave that situation with grace. Leave it with love. Don't be harsh. Don't be hatred towards it. Don't follow them. Don't, peep them out and see what they're doing on Facebook. Don't go to their homes and see what car's in the driveway. Don't be just doing that crazy stuff. Live and leave the individual with grace and love and with dignity. There's nothing more beautiful than a woman who can leave a relationship with dignity, still instilling love, no matter what. Even if it's not on a phone call, or even if it's not in their presence, you're constantly sending that individual love. Why? Because they showed you who you were, and you get that back sevenfold. Whatever you put out, you get in return. Remember that. Whatever you give out, you get back in return. I get to drink on the job, so don't mind me. This is how I love to live my life. So yes, Akasha Divination, the Art of Seduction. We are going to be tapping in and doing some things. Remember, let your words be your song, your walk be your dance, and your thoughts be your poetry. And live through the art of seduction and your erotic energy. And be sure that you truly take each day as a time of embracing yourself and loving yourself in magnitude and in abundance, because it will come back to you. I guarantee you this. So look out for me on www.akashadivination.com. The first class is going to be in September. I will definitely make sure that I, make sure I put that information out for you guys with the details. And, even if you guys are not able to make it, I do travel. So if you want me to come out and teach at your home or teach in certain areas where you're located out of state, just call me up. I make my own schedule. I get to say what I want to do when I want to do it. And that's another thing that I'll be able to teach you as well. You're your own creatress. You got the power to create the life that you want. I guarantee you this. So I'll see you guys soon. If you want to contact me, send me an email at akashadivination@gmail.com. I love you guys. The Art of Seduction is soon to come.